Hey, I'm working on some stuff based over a B minor chord. Letting my thumb hang over the top on the 7th fret of the 6th string and index lays flat. So these are everything at the 7th fret is a good note for this sort of key center I'm thinking about. So I'm just sort of cascading through the scale, maybe adding, this is a 9th interval. So just leaving my finger there, I'm going to catch 3 strings. That's a dominant 7th on the 10th fret, that's an A. That's like a cascade. And then a hammer, I'm going to try to keep some of these ringing out. Nothing too earth-shattering there. Now I might dip down. Index is kind of wanting to travel outside of this nice neighborhood. If I come down to the 4th fret, that's a nice sounding slide. That's a 7 to a 4, a D to a B. It's easy to be mobile if you can see the intervals you're shooting for. That's like 11, 9, 7, 4. And if you just know them as fret numbers, that's a start, but you really got to know the sound ahead of time. You have to be able to hear what that's going to sound like from a D to an F sharp, or a B to an E, or a C sharp to a D. So, but that is a good position here down at the 4th fret. That's a cool pattern, like a 4, 7, 4, 7, 5. It gets you that dominant 7th sound. Those are cool bends, man. That's just a nice little square shape. So you have to be aware of where you're bending those to. You know, you gotta know your pitch. Like if it's a B, you can come down to A, bend up to B. Or if this is a D, that'll bend up to an E. Or an E bending up to an F sharp. That's a nice stretch, this B to an A. So you don't have to go a full, whole step. You can go a half step or less. It starts sounding a little more interesting when you skip some strings. So, such as like this. That's an F sharp to a D. So you can get some really cool double stops. cool, huh? Then you can start busting up this way. So I'm just doing a F sharp here, which is 14. I'm kind of dipping my toe into a blues scale here with that 3 in the row. 3 in a row, F sharp, F, and E. Underneath the F sharp is an F, which can bend up to F sharp. Or you can do an E up to F sharp. Or you can do an E up to an F. And there's a nice little bridge to get you back to the normal pattern. This is so easy, so fun. That's this 11, 10, 12, 10, 12. I would pay attention to that pattern. It's very common if you're not used to that. So once again, 12, 10, 12, 10, 11. I would definitely get into that shape. And then those higher notes. And it's so easy to slide back down where we started. So you've really got a nice chunk of the neck figured out from 4th fret up to 14th. That's a nice little zone for, you know, some colorful minor sound and stuff. You can add any note you want. Any note is fine. You can make it make perfect sense. You know, if you got like a chromatic run, that'd be like A flat, G flat. B flat, A flat, G flat. There I go, mixing up my sharps and flats again, but it don't really matter. To me, it's just the sound, I guess. But, you know, if you know something about that, let me know. Cool, man. All right. Keep practicing. Thanks.